Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Bipin Kumar Lama, and this is our fourth video in a row. We are doing it every Saturday. We're posting it in our page called Synecdoche Nepal, and also on one of the leading news portals, online news portals called Charsa Online, CSARCSA, Charsa Online. All right, so please do like both these pages, and of course it's going to be helpful for you in some way or other. So thank you so much for inspiring me and encouraging me to do this more and more. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. All right, so today's video will particularly talk about the 7 most common mistakes that we make while speaking, or let's say writing in English language. Yes, 7 most common mistakes that we make, either with their spelling or the way they are pronounced or something like that. The first word we are coming, let's say, with is the word must and most. It's with the pronunciation as well as spelling. The word most and the word must, must and most. Most is most. So most means like too much, like let's say most wanted, most popular, or let's say most appreciated, something like that. That's most. Must is like should. It's giving a stress. He must complete his assignments before he leaves for school. That's must. Okay. Next is with the word affect and effect. The difference is with the spelling, pronunciation, and the use. Affect is a verb. Affect is like let's say when something happens, or let's say how it is, let's say, making an impact on something. Affect, let's say uh, uh, poverty going on in some African countries is affecting millions of people. So affect, affecting, affects, affected. Because this verb you can change the form of the word, and effect is a noun, you cannot change the form. So effect cannot be made into effected or something like that. Effect is EFFECT. Effect is like, let's say the effect of an earthquake that occurred in Nepal 2 years back was devastating. That's effect. Effect is like consequence and outcome, or let's say result, something like that. So that's with affect and effect. Next is with the word then and then. Then is TSE, and then. Then is like one after another, when something happens in a row, in sequence. Let's say first I went to the market, then I went to see my friends. That's then. One after another. Then is like after. And another word that confuses is than, TSAN, than. Even though they seem like similar, they have the huge difference. TSAN, than is more with comparison. Let's say he is taller than his daddy or something like that. Or let's say iPhone 7 is more advanced than iPhone 6 or 5 or something like that. That's with then. Then is used with comparative degree. Then is like after that. So next is with the word among and between. The word among and between, especially we get confused with when to use it. Between is always with two entities, two people, two places, two things, or something like that. Between Kathmandu and Pokhara there are hundreds of restaurants. Because it's with two cities, between. You cannot say among Kathmandu and Pokhara. Among should be used with when there are more than two. Among hundreds of people, I've chosen you as my assistant, for example, or something like that. That's with among. Among when there are more than two. So there's among, and between, especially with two. So that's with among and between. Next is, let's say with the one letter that makes a difference is beside and besides. The word beside and the word besides. In this besides, we just have added one letter called S at the end. Beside is like next to. Beside is like, let's say example, beside me was Mr. Thapa sitting that's next to, on my left, on my right, something like that is beside. Besides, when we add the letter s at the end, it becomes besides, and that means like apart from, or let's say in addition to. I have a business, and let's say besides, I also work for an INGO or something like that. That's besides, apart from. And next is, let's say, with the spelling. We are confused with the way it's pronounced because it's similar, but with the spelling and the meaning, there's a difference with the word principle. Principle and PAL at the end. The word principle with PLE at the end is like established norm or value or something like that. Principle. Principle by Einstein or Newton, something like that, is PLE, principle. And the word principle with PAL at the end is like chief or main or measure, a person who, let's say, runs an institution or something like that, principal of the school, something like that. That's with PAL. And the word we, let's say, use quite in an incorrect way, I have seen with many people, is one of the. The phrase one of the is most commonly used by the people, but I must say most of them used it in, or let's say use it in, let's say, incorrect way. One of the, and then there comes a noun, one of the city or cities, one of my favorite actor or actors, let's say one of the place or places. Yes, that has to be plural because we are talking about one particular out of many. For example, Brad Pitt is one of my favorite actors, has to be, because there are many actors I like Tom Cruise, I like, let's say, Adam Sandler, and I like Brad Pitt, so many people. But one particular person I like the most is Brad Pitt. So I have to say one of my favorite actors, one of my best places, one of my uncles. So after the phrase one of the following noun should be plural. So this is all we have to discuss in today's video, and in the rest we will be dealing with more and more complications and mistakes that we make, and of course we will be dealing with grammatical things as well in the future. But till then, keep working with your English, and see you with next videos. Alright, thank you very much.